Hello everyone, welcome here to Musicians Edition. My name is Evan on the guitar here today. In this video, I'm going to be going through a couple short tunes that are going to have us practicing playing on these top 3 strings of the guitar. So bouncing back and forth between these while we play some melodies here. If you've been keeping up with my previous videos, you've been following along to see that we've worked our way up from the top string to the 2nd string, and now my most recent video was covering the notes on this 3rd string. We're going to practice bouncing between each of these 3 and seeing if we can handle that. So 2 little tunes for us. We're going to do Yankee Doodle and one called Surf Rock. Both just a couple nice beginner ones to get us going, moving between these 3. So we're going to be playing this high E string, sometimes openly, sometimes on the 1st fret, sometimes on the 3rd fret. Okay, so as we see these, we're going to be playing open. Our index finger is going to be on that 1st fret, and we're going to use our ring finger to go up to that 3rd fret when we need to. Okay, our 2nd string here, we might be playing it openly again, or we might be playing 1st fret or 3rd fret. Same fingers there, index and ring finger. For our G string here, we might be playing it openly, or we might be playing on the 2nd fret. So that's the only one that's a bit different, where we're not playing on 1 and 3, just that 2 fret, because that's going to get us A there. So G for open, or A on that 2nd fret. So all together, we might be open, 1, 3 on that high E, open, 1, 3 on that 2nd string, or lastly for that G, open or 2nd fret. So we're only using that middle finger when we play that 2nd fret. Otherwise, try to get in the hang of using index and ring for those 1 and 3s. So let's go ahead and check this one out. Okay, this one might sound familiar as we play it. It's called Yankee Doodle. And so this one is gonna have us start off on the 2nd string. And so you can see this one, I have sheet music written below, I have the tabs written above. Take your preference of whatever you wanna learn. You don't really have to pay attention to note names. If you're just doing tabs, just where to place those fingers. Obviously benefits for sheet music, you can look at the different kinds of notes. There's quarter notes, there's half notes, and you can generalize this to other instruments if you're familiar with those note names. But they're both on there for you, so take your pick. We're gonna go ahead and get started with this top line here. There's gonna be 2 lines total that we'll progress through. So a nice little short one to get us going. It's a really good beginner one, practicing going between each of these strings. So getting started on this first measure here, we are starting off, and I'll try to have my frets showing in here so you can follow along with me. So we're starting off 1st fret of that 2nd string. So this is gonna be C if you're looking at the sheet music. If not, just that 1 fret here. Okay, so 1, 1, going up to 3. And then we're gonna move our pick up to that high E to play openly on that top string. So one more time. On that 2nd string, 1, 1, 3 with that ring finger, and open on the high E. And have that nice consistent rhythm, even spacing between all these because they're all quarter notes. There it is. Okay, let's go into this next part so we can connect these 2 together here. So 2nd measure, we're starting off on the 1st fret of that 2nd string once again. Then we're gonna go up to openly playing that E, and then back down to the 3rd fret of that 2nd string. All right, that one's gonna be D. So here that is, 1, up, open, back down to 2nd string for 3. Okay? All right, so let's connect these first 2 measures together here. Starting from the beginning, this is what we have. 1, 1, 3, up to high E. There you go. One more time, let's do it more connected together here. 1, 2, here we go. Okay, if you're struggling with that, need to practice it a bit more, go ahead and pause. We will keep on going to this next part. It's pretty similar, so let's go ahead and knock it out. So we're starting off, this 3rd measure is exactly the same as the 1st, so let's get through it quickly. That 1, 1, 3, and then moving up to the open E. So here we're playing C, C, D, E. And then coming up to this last measure, we're going back to that 1st fret of the 2nd string, playing that C. And then we're gonna go down and play that open B. So 1, then just lift up. There you go. Okay, so last 2 measures. Let's put this together, and then we'll do the whole line. There we go. So that was C, C, D, E, and then C, B. So entire first line, here we have it. Okay, so on the sheet you can see where those half notes are. We're gonna play those for twice as long as the others. And so that first one was on the 3rd fret where we play that D. And then we had 2 at the end where we're gonna be playing those for longer there. So you might have heard me pause a bit there and holding those notes. Let's go ahead and play this one more time together. 1, 2, here we go. All right, so you can hear those half notes getting strung out a bit longer there. Let's go ahead onto the second line. If you're still working on this one, go ahead and pause and keep practicing there. All right, first measure here. Same as the first measure on the previous one. We can get through that one quickly. 1, 1, 3, up to high E, open. So again, C, C, D, E. All right, next up, we're gonna do that F for the first time. So that's gonna be 1st fret of the high E. Right there, that's F. 1, go back to open to play E, and then we're back up to D, 3rd fret of that 2nd string, then back down to the 1st fret of that same string. Okay, so one more time, that was F, E, D, C. Okay, or that 1, 0, 3, 1. Okay, so that's what we got so far. Let's combine these first 2 measures here. So from the top of this second line, we started off on that 1, 1, 3, 0 there. Okay, we're halfway through this line. Let's go ahead and finish it off here. So this next measure is gonna have us finally go down to that 3rd string there. We're gonna play it openly and then play on that 2nd fret, which is gonna be that A. So our middle finger's finally getting involved in this one. So for this 3rd measure here, we're playing openly on the 2nd string. Then we're gonna play openly on that 3rd string. And then we're gonna play that 2 for A. Go back up to that 2nd string and play that openly again. And you can see at the end here, we're gonna finish it off with playing on that 1st fret of that 2nd string twice for those half notes. Okay, so these last 2 measures all connected here, that is. Nice and slow first there. So since we are playing back-to-back open strings here, we're going from 2nd string open to 3rd string open. So you don't have both of these ringing out like that. So you kind of want to stop that 2nd string before you play that 3rd one, more like this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just pressing my finger really anywhere on the 2nd string will work to get that sound to stop. So I just press nice and gently on that string as I move up to that 3rd string there, so I don't have it ringing out while I'm playing this one. Okay, so one more time for these last 2 measures. Here that is. So 2nd string, I'm gonna mute it, play that 3rd one, 2nd fret, go back up to 2nd string, 1, 1 to finish it off there, playing 2 Cs. All right, so we can do this whole 2nd line now, then we'll just put this all together. So, from the top of this 2nd line, here I go. All right, let's go ahead and do this together. I'll slow that down a little bit for us. And 1, 2, here we go. There it is. Let's go ahead and put this all together. Back to that first line. Let's get through them both here. Okay, 1, 2, here we go. Half note. There you have it. That is Yankee Doodle. We made it through that first one. We're gonna go ahead and move on to another song here. If you're still working on this one, take your time, get it down. As you get it down, keep trying to play it quicker and quicker as you move between these strings. We only did a couple notes on that third string. This next one's gonna have a few more here, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. So in this one, let's take a look at all the notes we are gonna be playing. So we're starting off on the second string playing 3, which was D. And going back to the 1, which is C, we can see that on this first line. We're gonna be playing A, which is that second fret of the third string. Okay, coming back up to those 1s and 3s, 2, 3, and then we finally go up to this top string to play that first fret for F. And that's that first line. There's no open playing on this one. So all just playing with those frets. All right, as we go further and further through this, there's not gonna be any open notes this entire time. So those fingers are gonna get a workout. Let's do it. So first line, here we go. 3, 3, 3, 1, AKA D, 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 C on that second string. There it is. Let's move down to the third string now to play second fret. That's gonna be for A. Then back up to second string to play the 1 fret. Okay, one more time, we go third fret, back to the 1, then finishing it off on this fourth measure, we're playing 2 for A, up to D on that third fret second string, and then we jump up to that F for a half note on that high E string. There it is. Okay, let's try and work through this all together here. Take a look at it before we go ahead and play it. So what we're doing is we're finishing the fourth note of each of these measures. Those first 3 is just all going back to C each time. So 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, high 1. Oop, I missed that one. High 1, there it is. Okay, so let's play this a bit more connected together. 1, 2, here we go. Finishing way up there on that first fret of that high E. There it is. Let's go ahead and go to the next line. So this one is a similar kind of pattern here. So we're playing 3 hits on something, and then that fourth one's gonna be something different. So this first measure is the high E string playing on that third fret. That's gonna be a G. And then we go back to the 1 to play that F. And then we go down a string to the second string, play 3 times on that 3 fret. That is D. Back up to F on that 1 fret of the high E. And then same thing that we did in the first measure. There it is. And we finish off with second string, third fret. Oops, right there. And then we go down to the second fret of the third string to play A. And then back up to C, first fret of the second string. So that last one's a little bit tricky just because you're moving between strings there. So just that very last measure here, we had 3 on the second string, 2 on the third string, and then back to 1 on that second string. If you need to practice that one, go ahead. Okay, let's go ahead and do the second line all together here. I think we can get through it. So here we go. There we have it. All right, we are now moving on to that third line. So this third line, we are putting this all together here, similar kind of pattern as what we did before. 3 times on one note, and then finish it off with 1 hit on a different one. So we're gonna go ahead and do 3, 3, 3, 3 times on D there, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Back over to the 1st fret of that same string to play C. Then we go back down to A, which was the 2nd fret here on the 3rd string. 1, 2, 3. Back up to that C we just played, 1st fret. Okay, and then we're going up to D again, 3rd fret of that 2nd string. And then we go up to F, 1st fret of that high E. And we finish it off going all the way down to A, 2nd fret there again, on that 3rd string. There it is. Okay, let's go ahead and play this one together, nice and slow. 1, 2, here we go. There you go. So that very last one is a pretty big jump. We're going from that top string all the way down to the 3rd string, so make sure you're making that jump appropriately with that pick in hand. All right, let's go ahead and do this. One run through this whole thing together here. Slow, easy, just so you can try to follow along with me. If you need to practice anything we already went over, make sure you do that now so you got it down. And we are on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string to get started. Make sure you're there with me. 1, 2, here we go. Last line. And there it is. All right, we should be finishing on that A, that 2nd string there. Thank you all for tuning in with me. I hope you found this helpful as we are trying to navigate moving across these 3 different strings. Go ahead and save these sheets. You can go ahead and keep practicing. Try to get faster and faster to move between these strings here so you can become a much better player playing these little melodies, eventually turning those into nice riffs that we can play. So thank you for tuning in. Have fun playing, and we'll see you next time.